So here we're going to show you the imaging process for a new system using Deploy Studio. First we take a new system out of the box and we connect it to the Ethernet of our network, to our USB connections for the keyboard and mouse, and then of course to the power. Next you will see one of our students booting 3 new systems by pressing the power button and holding down the Option key to bring up the EFI boot menu. Once he brings up the boot menu, he will hold down the N key, and this will give him access to our NetBoot server. It should be noted that imaging like this can take quite a bit of time, depending upon the size of your images and the speed of your network. For the sake of brevity, we have sped the process up artificially. Here's a close-up of one of our workstations, and there's the NetBoot server. The NetBoot server has been selected, and the system will start booting from the NetBoot server. There you see the planet icon briefly, and then the macOS begins to boot. Here we see all of our workstations as they begin to boot off of the NetBoot server. And when they have fully booted, you will see the Deploy Studio runtime environment. Here's a close-up of the runtime environment, and here we will pick a workflow that we're going to image this workstation with. When we press the Start button, you'll see this workflow progress. First, we're going to erase the entire hard drive, and then we will partition it for 2 partitions, one for macOS and one for Windows, as seen here. Next, we will see the operating system being copied over to our client. First, macOS. This is coming from our server across our network. Then Windows. And then the workflow will complete. And when the workflow is completed, you will restart the system and you will have a dual boot Mac.